Hello, today I'll be teaching you how to make your own at-home rocket fuel. Specifically, today we'll be making what's known as sugar rocket fuel, or all candy. Now, sugar rocket fuel is a solid propellant that uses sugar as a fuel that's combustion is sped up with the use of oxidizers, as typically if you just try and burn sugar, you'll get caramel, it'll melt, and you'll just get a sticky, hot, molten liquid. Now, if you add an oxidizer, most commonly potassium nitrate, to sugar, it will cause its combustion to rapidly speed up, create a very fast burning fuel that produces a lot of gas expulsion, which is what is going to propel your rocket or plane or whatever you launch into the air. Now, there are many different ways you can make it. There are different recipes. The most common one is a 60-40 mixture, so you'll typically use 40% sugar and 60% potassium nitrate, and you are going to mix these together and then put it into a pan on medium-low heat. Make sure to do this outside in a well-ventilated area, as the fumes from this are definitely not good for your lungs. And then once it begins to melt and the sugar begins to caramelize, then you should take this and pour it into any container you want. So PVC, plastic, cardboard, it can be anything you want. Then what you're going to want to do is wait for this to cool overnight, and then to make it easier to use, if you don't have an electric launch pad that you can stick electric probes into the bottom of the rocket engine, then you can use a drill, and slowly you can drill a small hole about 1/8 inch in diameter. That's the distance from one end of a circle to the other. That's a diameter, about 1/8 inch diameter in the middle, and then you can silicone or hot glue. I wouldn't recommend hot glue, as you can mistakenly ignite the engine if you have a high temperature hot glue gun. So I'd recommend just siliconing in a fuse into the bottom of it. So when you ignite that fuse, the fuse burns, and once it gets to the engine, it's hot enough to ignite the mixture and create lots of gas expulsion out the back. There are other ways you can do it. So if your mixture is not burning very fast or very even, you can add rust powder or iron oxide powder if you're going online. Make sure to get very pure stuff, as you can also find what is marketed as rust powder that isn't actually real rust. You're going to want actual rust powder, as that contains oxygen in its molecular structure as well. That will not only speed up combustion if it's very slow, it will also help to make the combustion of it more even and less the different sides, as if the combustion in the sugar rocket goes on different sides, or there's air bubbles in the sugar rocket, that can cause it to cause explosions. The rocket engine can split apart and shoot out chunks of molten hot rocket fuel out the back, so you don't want that. That's basically it for today, so bye bye.